Welcome to Conscious Creation with actress, author, and healer, Dee Wallace. If you want to take charge of your life, really take charge of your life, the next hour will be a fun, enlightening experience in creating the life you want. Whether it's money, health, success, or relationships, join Dee in celebrating the power of you and see your life expand into joyful creation. To join Dee live every Sunday morning at 9 a.m. Pacific Time, call 206-402-0100 and enter PIN number 161329#. And don't forget, Dee can also be heard on BBS Radio, iTunes, iHeartRadio, and live at Oneness Talk Radio. You can also hear Dee on Transformation Talk Radio and on her YouTube channel, Dee Wallace Official. And now, here's Dee.
Hello, all you beautiful people I love so much. Do you love yourself as much as I love you? I'm coming to you from my studio in beautiful Woodland Hills, California. Yes, I'm home. And boy, do we have a show for you today. You know, every once in a while, we break through in the work and expand. And this is going on again. You know me, I walk my talk. And this is one of the shows. So put everything down and listen. I will be bringing Reva on because she was a part of this new information, but I'm going to set it up before I bring her on. Reva had me do some work for her. And to make a long story really short, they found a lump in her breast. And she asked me, is it cancer? And I got a no. I got that it was a fibrous mass. And the first test that she got back read a fibrous mass. Ultimately, it came out to be cancer. Now, I have a responsibility as the person she came to, as the person reading the channel, to find out why I got what I called an incorrect reading. A responsibility to her and a responsibility to all of you. And most of all, a responsibility to myself. It's fascinating what we got to and a big expansion into the work. So I'm going to bring Reva on. You there, Reva?
I am right here.
Okay. So we're going to make this short and concise, and I want you to share with all of them what we ultimately got to.
Okay. Very quickly, the ultrasound showed what you just said, a mass. When they did the biopsy, it showed up as cancer, and then you and I tested, as I had tested myself, that there was no cancer. So in my doing my work, this work, and other foundational work, I was doing some reading, and what came up was disease is a fact but not a truth, capital T. It is an experience, not a spiritual reality, capital S, capital R. So I texted that to you, and we talked and got to that the truth of who we are, which is the God of us, which is a lot of what the work centers around.
You bet.
But the experience we are having on this plane of expression shows up as a variety of things, such as disease, which is diseasement, or whatever we're going through. but it's not a spiritual reality within, because that God of us does not give us those things, yet our thinking, which Dee talks about, your thoughts go here, and what do you want? But we center on the resistance of what's happening that we don't want, and it therefore grows. How's that?
Yeah, and it's not who we are. The important word here is it is an experience.
Yes.
It's an experience that we are experiencing. Mm-hmm. And when I was doing work around it this morning, it's important to know the difference, because if we understand that it's an experience, then the God of us that we are can have power over the experience, and the I am presence that we are has power over the experience. If we are not cognizant that it is the experience, then we take it on as part of who we are. And that becomes part of I am a person with cancer or whatever the problem is. It becomes part of the I am presence.
Which is why the commanding with love that we got to a few weeks ago, I am health and wellness, overrides and takes the place of I am a person with, or I am an alcoholic, or whatever the I am you're claiming that you don't want. And you asked me to bring in also, because I texted you and said, you know, the guy in Washington, people will say he's a cancer. And we got to, he is an experience we are all going through, and not the truth, capital T, of who our country really is.
Exactly. Yeah, it's a good analogy, guys. And so what I want you all to hear, how this extends even more into the work and the testing, is when we test it even further, that now that we have this information, when you test, I have the experience of cancer, you test correctly.
And we got it.
When you say, I have cancer, you will not test correctly.
Right.
Well, that's a really big step of change in the work, guys.
And in how we can go forth in the world and be the God we came here to be and fulfill whatever purpose we're here for.
Exactly. So that goes into financial. I'm in the experience of a lack of abundance. I'm in the experience of, whatever
no
relationship.
Work or no money.
Yeah, or whatever relationship challenges you are in.
Yep.
In other words, it's not permanent. It's an experience that you are being challenged with right now that is there for your growth, is there for you to look at. It's not part of who you innately are. And that's the good news. Huh.
Yes, and I have actually done a meditation where it's like we fight cancer. Why do we fight it? Why don't we speak to it? And I never really said, wow. And so I've been doing that instead of resisting, because what we resist persists.
Yep.
And boy, everybody, you get this, and your life will change on a dime.
Well, sure, because you start working with an experience.
Mm-hmm.
When we think there's something that we can't do anything about, something that's attacked us, is very different than something we are having an experience of, right?
Yes.
Okay, so those of you that are testing things in the work, just add the word experience to your testing. This is a big jump in the understanding of separating the emotional connection to things.
And Dee,
which
someone
is
may
important.
ask you, oh, sorry.
That's all right. Go ahead.
Someone may ask you, like I am waiting for further results to see what our next steps are. And that waiting, someone may say, but Dee, how do I not live in fear? Let me just say that the fear does come up. And that's when the work is going to kick in, because that's where, what do I want? I want a healthy body. And that will help me pivot out of that fear. That does come up because that's normal. And I'm not going to make myself wrong and start resenting me for that.
No. Go to love. Always go to love, guys. That's the answer. And I know it sounds simple because it is. But the channels, and I'm telling you, I practice it all the time. And yes, it's simple. And yes, it's the answer. Just go to love. All right. Thank you, Reva, for coming on and sharing that with everybody. You really served so many people. I love you too. Okay. That was worth so much, guys. I hope you embrace that. We're going to Jean-Marie in Massachusetts. You're on.
Good morning, and thank you, Reva and Dee. That was awesome.
Yeah, thank you.
It really was. I have two quick things. And what you said about the experience, I've been working since the webinar with asking, how can I? And yesterday, this has been something that has been kind of my life's work. But I spoke with the senator yesterday at a conference that I was at, that he was a speaker, and alerted him to, and I was guided to do this.
Okay, get to the question, woman.
So the question is, the information that I passed to him, is it going to be taken throughout the legislature? And will they act on it?
What?
Oh, you said to cut the story. So the information was the cybersecurity, the risk with developing more nuclear reactors, and the reason why we shouldn't do it at this time or any time. Because what I'm focusing on is what I want, which is a safe power grid that's renewable energy.
Okay, and so will that experience be taken to the legislature?
Yeah, and in Massachusetts, that it's a long story. I don't want to go into it, but
No, don't go into it. That the question is succinct. Will that experience be taken to the legislature in Massachusetts?
yeah, the information I gave him.
That's the highest question, the highest way to phrase the question. I get a yes, but that does not mean it will pass.
So the next question would be, what next? What are the next steps then?
You won't know that until it's taken.
Until what's taken?
Until it's taken to the legislature.
Oh, okay.
You won't know what the next steps are until.
Okay, so it's in process.
Yeah, it's in process. I get a big yes.
Oh, thank God. Thank you so much, because I think a lot of my health issues are tied to some of that, feeling. So the next question.
Okay, just stop there. What you just said was, I have given my power over my body to whether they pass this in the legislature or not, and that's bullshit.
Yeah, no, that's not what I meant anyways.
Well, that's what you said.
I know, so I didn't express that correctly at all. So no, stop it.
Exactly. So rephrase it right now, please.
So what I want is great health in my body, and I'm with love through love, and it's not dependent on anything other than
No, that's a negative. You never state what you want with a negative. Ever. I am creating health and wellness in my body, independent of anything and everything else in this world.
Independent of everything and anything and everything else in this world. That's exactly what I need.
Okay. Thank you. All
Thank
right.
you. Okay. So, then this is the other question I've asked you for the last 3 times. They've diagnosed me with fluid overload in the heart. And what does the channel say I can do?
Okay, that's an experience.
Right.
Okay, what's behind the experience of the fluid overload in her heart? That the highest question? Here. Yeah, see, I do not have permission to love who I am. All of this, Jean-Marie, you're connecting the love for you to whether you manifest all this work of yours. It works the other way. You've got to love yourself unconditionally. Guys, that is your first job here, is to love yourselves unconditionally. And then take that love into whatever work you want to do. But your first work is to love you, love your body, love your health. Okay?
Yes, what does the guide say about loving? Clearly, I'm not, I'm missing something. What does
you're missing your self-love.
How do I love myself unconditionally is my point. What does the guide say? Give me a guide point, please. I mean, it's like, what?
Oh, Jean-Marie, come on. You've been in this community forever.
Yeah, and sometimes I get confused. So, so I'm clear and I know what I want.
Well, what's your love place?
My plants right now, they're blooming like crazy. It's beautiful.
Okay. So go to how much you love your plants. Look at them. Fill yourself up with that love. That's what's going to heal your heart.
Thank you. Thank you.
It's that simple. But you see, you're looking at how screwed up everything is in the government. That's not going to heal your heart, honey.
No. Yesterday in the middle of the conference, I asked and I heard, you need to go to Joy. And I started to go to Joy, and then things started to fall right into place.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, just live the work, will you guys? Come on. You
Thank
know
you.
what it is, but you got to choose to do it.
Yes, well, you know, what Reva said about when the fear comes up, she was absolutely accurate. And all my, is all fear related. I get thrown off balance and I have to go back. And I thank you for this.
Immediately in the moment. Okay?
Thank you.
Yes. Smack you upside the head, woman. Goodbye. God. All right. Oh, I'm thrilled to see you on today, Daniel. Okay, you're on.
Hi there, Miss Dee Wallace.
Hi, Mr. Daniel. How are you?
I'm doing pretty darn good.
Good.
Last week I was down and out completely.
Why?
And that's what I'm asking about. I've done work around this. Had a sinus issue started back in October, November. Have been dealing with my wellness practitioners in addressing that. And in the last couple of weeks, a whole bunch of little elements came together and gave me the experience of literally just knocked over.
Okay, what are you in grief about, Daniel?
Good question. I'm not hitting anything at the moment.
Okay, it quietly started toward the end of last summer and quietly grew during the fall.
Only thing coming to mind is just things not quite flowing in the way I'd like them to be.
Yes, the yes is getting bigger. Narrow it down. You know what it is, you just don't want to admit it.
That I don't get to freaking dance the way I want to.
You what?
That I don't get to dance the way I want to.
Yep. So what is that referring to? Come on.
Literally dancing, performing, moving.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what you're in grief about. So what you're grieving about carries out in your body and literally physically keeps you from doing it. Okay, so that then bears the next question. Why are you keeping yourself from dancing the way you want to? Is that the highest question? Yes. Sheets, book, song. Give me a movie. Any movie that pops in.
The Bishop's Wife.
Which is about what? I mean, I think they've already given it to me. Yeah, I'm just going to say it. Go ahead.
Yep.
Go ahead.
The Bishop's Wife is about an angel that comes down to help out the bishop's wife. Actually,
in what way? What does it have to do with age?
Say again?
What does it have to do with age? You have a belief you're too old to do it anymore, Daniel.
Really?
Well, test it. You know how to test.
I'm getting a yes. That. I'm allowing others' beliefs to infiltrate.
To form your belief, yes.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, people say to me all the time, "Oh my God, Dee, I can't believe you're an older woman in the business and you're still working." I must hear that 5 times a month. And I always reply, "Yeah, I have no belief that I can't." I mean...
Yeah, and I just got the words, "I'm too old to start this over again."
Well, don't start it over again. Just keep doing it.
Right.
It gives you joy, Daniel.
Oh, yes.
Okay. So, get up every day and go, "I'm doing this. How can I? Where can I go? How can I keep dancing? Come on, universe. This is my joy. Create it with me." I got to tell you all, and this is the God's honest truth. I finished this last film, and I said, "All right, universe, I'm very grateful, very grateful. I know I just finished this film, but I would like another one right away. And I'm very grateful for these horror films, but I would really like a film about love or a lighter film." And right away, I'm telling you, 2 days later, I got another offer, and it's a film about love. I am not shitting you. And I start in May. But you got to ask, and you got to believe. All right, Daniel?
Yep.
Okay. Let's balance it. Invoking the symbol formula, violet flame, golden light. We are divine love, and we are actors and dancers, darling. Go get 'em.
You too, baby cakes.
Okay, baby cakes. Goodbye. Oh, those little silly beliefs just crawl in there so easily. Boy. All right, we're going to Sandy in Pennsylvania. You're on.
Wow, Dee. Hi. Nice to talk to you.
You too, baby. What's up?
Well, making final decision on asking my roommate to leave. And I'm frankly scared of his reaction, what will happen. I did a tarot spread, and the cards look really good. I don't know how they can come out so good when he can go ballistic.
Okay, well, first of all, you don't enter anything with fear.
Okay. All right.
Okay, you enter it with love.
Okay.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Who can you have with you that will give you support when you lovingly ask him to do this?
Mm-hmm.
Who do you have?
I have somebody, yes.
Okay. Is that somebody the kind of person who can be there with balance and love and support?
I hope.
Will... What?
I hope.
No, not that you hope. You've got to instruct them
Okay.
not to be an intimidating factor and yet a strong supportive
Okay.
factor.
Okay.
And you have to be very clear about how you are going to present this.
Okay.
Not in an
All right.
intimidating way. So why do you need him to leave? How are you going to present this?
I think because we just I'm tired of feeling put down by him.
Okay, you can't. That's not going to fly.
Okay.
How can you positively ask him to leave without pointing a finger and putting the blame on him?
Well, I know he wants to be somewhere where it's warm. I know he's tired of being here. He's told me again and again.
Okay, so I know you've expressed to me many times you're not happy about being here. I know you want to be someplace warm. I've felt, that maybe you're unhappy here. And I just think maybe it's better for both of us if, you find a place where you're happier.
Yeah.
Find some common ground for both of you. Are you giving him enough notice so he doesn't feel too pressured?
No, I'll give him plenty of notice. I'm just concerned about how he'll behave during that notice.
What do you want, Sandy? What do you want?
Will my property be safe?
What do you want?
I want him to. I guess I want him to go. I part of me doesn't want him to go at all. But
well, that's a mixed message to the universe. You see?
Yeah.
What you want is for everything to be civil. What you want is for him to be kind and civil, respectful, for him to leave in a respectful way, and for another roommate who is kind and respectful and a much calmer, better match for you to be magnetized to that space. Isn't that what you want?
Yes.
Well, okay, but you see, you couldn't say that to me. So how does the universe know what to bring to you?
Yeah, I know.
Well, if you know, then you should have been able to tell me, sweetheart.
Yeah.
All right, so when you get off, I want you to write that down.
Okay.
And then I want you to go to your love place and every day be very clear about creating that.
Okay.
Okay?
All right.
You can do this with love. And with love, he can respond. Okay?
Okay. All right.
All right.
All right. Thank you.
You bet. Yeah, guys, again, you've got to be clear about what you want. Otherwise, the universe can't bring it to you. Deborah in New Jersey, you're on. Well, it says Deborah. 609-815. You're on. Oh, boy. Okay. Well, sorry. I'll try and come back to you if we have time. Okay. Marion in Georgia, you're on.
Hey, Dee.
Hi, babe.
I have a live oak tree in my backyard close to my bedroom, and honeybees have made a home in it, and we are currently having the bees removed naturally. And it's hard to see all the damage that might be on the inside of this tree. It doesn't look great on the outside either, and I had an arborist come. He couldn't really see the inside because the bees had there was a net around it so they could collect the bees. And I don't like to just cut down a tree, but my question is it in my best interest to cut this tree down so it doesn't fall on my house?
Not the highest question. I get a resounding, the tree can be saved.
Oh, okay. Interesting. Because it just looks like it's being sucked in from the inside or something. That I didn't know how much the bees have been, making their home in there.
Well, bees have been making homes in trees for centuries.
Uh-huh.
Nature is pretty resilient. Obviously, I'm not an arborist.
Yeah.
The tree can be saved. I get a yes. Should she cut the tree down? I get a no.
Oh, okay.
Is there another question to ask? Is there a higher question to ask? I get a no. That's what I get, baby.
Okay. And we are in a drought right here in Georgia too, and I've been praying for rain, and this poor tree probably could use some rain too. I didn't know if I could change my words or something to bring rain. I've been praying for rain, but I don't know. I've never seen it this dry in Georgia before.
Well, you've been praying for rain. Now, this is interesting. Let's look into this.
Okay.
You've been praying for rain, but you have not directed or commanded rain.
Oh, okay. That will make a difference. Okay.
Well,
okay.
And the difference is, I don't want to offend anybody here, but the difference is, oh God, if we're worthy, could you give us rain?
No,
as
I
opposed,
don't.
as opposed to, I am God and I am commanding rain.
Uh-huh.
Well, you can feel and hear the difference in that, right?
Right. Uh-huh. Yeah. Okay, I will do that then.
Of course, that's done with love. That's
Yes.
the God of you.
Okay.
Now, hold on. We're going to a core belief. This page. Here, 1, 2, 5, 6, 7. No matter what I do, it's not going to work, so I might as well give up on everything.
Oh.
That's kind of coming from the whole of Georgia.
Oh. Huh. Interesting.
So I would send up a command on behalf of all the energy of Georgia.
Okay. All right. I will do that.
That's the highest understanding, yes.
Okay.
And which, by the way, you have a right to do.
Yes. All right.
Most correct, most complete. Yeah. Is there anything else? Yeah, that's the highest thing I'm getting.
Okay. And all right. One quick question. Off and on, I have some little pain going on my right heel. It doesn't hurt right now, but I just didn't know energetically what kind of causes it. Kind of comes and goes.
Okay, energetically, what's behind that? This page, here, 16, 17, 18. Well, energetically, they're taking me to core belief 19. I have to kill myself to take care of the people I love. I guess that resonates.
Yeah.
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 So quit, your right side, it's your right side, right?
Yes,
Is your power side.
Yeah.
Quit trying to step out and intervene for everybody else, honey.
All right. Got it. That would explain why it just kind of comes and goes. It's not all the time, so I need to do something about that. I will do something about that.
Yeah. Talking to
Thank
the choir.
You.
Yeah, you bet. Okay. Thank you, baby. All righty. We're going to Brenda in Connecticut. You're on.
Hello, beautiful, fabulous, amazing, awesome bee.
Yes, I am.
Yes, you are.
Right back at you. What's your question?
Thank you. So I loved that opening. That was amazing. So I have 3 very quick questions. So I am having the experience of back pain, which I've been working on or resolving, and I just started seeing a new chiropractor. So my first question is this the right chiropractor for me at this time to help me?
Well, yeah, but you've got to address your own shit first. Quit carrying the load so much. Why do you have to carry all the load?
How do you mean?
Well, look at your life. How much load are you carrying for everybody else?
Well, I was, and now it's just me. And I've been, for the past few years, my mom passed, and I'm free to take care of me, and that's what my process is right now.
Okay, tell your back that you don't have to carry the load anymore.
Oh.
Thank you for absorbing and handling it all these years. You don't have to do it anymore. Let it go, put it down.
Oh, I like that.
The experience of carrying the load is over.
I love that. Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect. Love it.
Because a lot of times our bodies get so used to the experience that they don't know it doesn't know it's over.
Yeah, and with the X-rays and everything, the discs are close. My hip is elevated. It's off. It's off. The balance.
Yeah. And then we buy into all that stuff they tell us.
Well, thankfully, I know from listening to you and others that isn't always the case. That isn't necessarily true.
Direct what you want. If your hip is elevated, tell it to balance itself and align itself. They're giving you information so that you can redirect it to where you want it to be. Do you understand?
Okay. I absolutely do. Perfect.
Okay. Next.
Okay. I have a very good friend. His name is John. We have become very close in the friendship. Is this something to pursue? Is there any romantic for the future for us?
Yes, big time.
Wow. Okay, yeah, he's not doing it, so I got to figure out, I'll kind of step it up.
Well, you're both, he's waiting for you, you're waiting for him.
Oh, interesting. Okay, all right, that's that. And then the third one is, I bought some scratch-off lottery tickets probably 2 months ago, and I was waiting for my energy to be right for me to scratch them off. So my question is when you buy the lottery tickets, if you buy them with the energy and you scratch them off, is it there, or is it the energy when you scratch them off? Do you know what I mean?
God, don't you think you're making a little too much out of this?
I don't know. It was a thought that came to me. It's like, are those winners if I bought it with the right energy or if I scratch it with the right energy? I don't know. It just came to me.
The right energy is when you magnetize it to you. So that would be when you buy it.
When I buy it. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you. I love this. I love you. Thank you.
Hold on. Those were all the highest, most correct, most complete answers to all those questions. I get a yes. Okay. Just
all
wanted to check. Goodbye.
Thank you. Bye.
You're welcome. Oh, my goodness. Okay, we're going to Johanna in Florida. Oh, my gosh. Real quick, because we're over. I didn't see we were over. Real quick, Johanna, what's up?
Hey, Dee. Thanks. And thanks to everyone, because this was like wonderful.
Yeah, it's a good
always.
show. We always say that.
Wow.
So what's your question, babe?
Okay, so I had a couple of things. Let me try to consolidate this. I keep not telling myself the truth. Like, I know I need to do something, and then I'll make up a story about how not to do it. I know it has to do with my little girl. I know it has to do with fear. But
well, and you're doing it.
And I know I'm doing it.
So why do you keep doing it if you know you're doing it? It'd be another thing if you didn't know you were doing it.
What comes up for me when you say that is I'm angry. And that's what I think
You're angry at yourself.
Yes.
So you're doing this to get back at yourself.
Yes.
Well, does that make any sense? If you love yourself?
It doesn't, but that's why I'm talking to you about it, because I'm not moving from there. I realize how ridiculous
you don't
it is.
love yourself, Johanna. If you're doing that, you don't love yourself, baby. So let's ask why you don't love yourself. Sheets, book. Give me a movie.
Oh, no. The thing that came... Okay, The Godfather.
Okay. Well, The Godfather is about taking out everybody that doesn't agree with you, doesn't do your bidding. So who comes up?
Well, right now I'm particularly surrounded by people who are not like-minded in my job and just in my activities. And
okay. So now we're going to a core belief. This page. Here, 9, 10, 11. You don't have time for me, so I'm leaving you. And that started 0 through 5, 0, 1, 2, around 3 years old with your mom.
So I'm leaving myself.
Yeah. You're making them, hold on.
Okay.
You're making them pay by making yourself pay. Yeah.
Okay. Ugh.
It's a no-win situation, baby. So
that's what.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Well, that's how I felt about it. I mean, I haven't seen all of this, but I have, thought about this, tried to work with my little girl around it, and I'm not fully releasing it. The one thing I am experiencing is a lot of intense emotion.
What does your mom have to do with this when you were a little girl?
Well, she was always rushing around, always. And I guess from that, I determined that she didn't have time for me. And rather than experience the pain of it, just coming up with this, I decided to just make believe it wasn't there.
Okay, and then what did you do? How did you handle it? You pretended
that it didn't exist because I didn't know how to handle it, or I wasn't didn't feel safe to say anything. I would never think about saying anything to my parents.
Well, not at 3 years old. Hell no.
Or 5 or 7. I didn't say anything until 17, and they acted like they didn't even hear what I said. So, but that's the past. It's me with me now, and
So, baby, you see the world as a world who doesn't have time for you.
Exactly.
Okay, you've got to change that perspective. Until you change that perspective, you can't see the world any differently. And therefore, you will not magnetize to you people that can have time for you. Do you understand?
I understand, but I'm just looking at it like it's a wall in front of me as you say those words, because it's so real to my experience.
Of course it's real, because you've lived your life from that perspective of that belief. That's why they say, change your belief, you change your life. Guys, you've got to start with you. We've been taught it's all about them. It's not true. It's all about you.
Okay. I do feel that I get that it's about me, but I don't know what to do with me is kind of where I keep ending up.
What you do with you is you direct you every day to get up, go to your love place, and you say, today, I command me to see a world where everyone has time for me and loves me and respects me. So that I choose to always be present with me and with them. And start working with your little girl. It will turn around, I promise you. All right, I've got to get off. We're really late.
Thank you really a lot.
If you want to call in next week and continue this, Johanna, please do. But you'll have to remind me where we left off because I'm in the channel, okay?
Okay, thank you.
All right. All right, guys. Whoa, what a show, huh? All right, let's say it from our hearts. Open your hearts and really feel this. I love me. I love me. And I love me even more because I know that's what it's all about.
Thank you for joining Dee on Conscious Creation. Visit her website at imdeewallace.com for awesome downloads, archived shows, enlightening webinars, and amazing free offerings. And remember, you can hear Dee every week on BBS Radio, iTunes, iHeartRadio, and live at Oneness Talk Radio. You can also hear Dee on Transformation Talk Radio and on her YouTube channel, Dee Wallace Official. Be sure to join us next week for Conscious Creation with Dee Wallace. And remember, loving yourself is the key to creation.